Welcome to She Loves the Grid, where we discuss all things F1. Whether it's happening on the track, in the paddock, or beyond the grid, we'll talk about it all. Well, here we are, the start of 2024 for She Loves the Grid, and we did not expect to start out this early, but silly season has started with preseason silliness. So welcome to She Loves the Grid. I'm Claire.
I'm Diane. I'm confused.
So welcome back after the winter break and change of seasons, and holy Ferrari.
Okay, listen. I was like messaging Claire at like 6 a.m. my time because on the West Coast in the United States, I wake up to news that exploded during the afternoon or whatever in Europe. So it's like 5:45 and I get up and I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I grab my phone. And the first thing that I see actually is that Ollie Behrman and Pietro Fittipaldi are going to be the reserve drivers for Haas. And I was like, that's so cool. Love Pietro. Mentioned that last year. I was really disappointed he was going to go to the Indy Series. Love Ollie. He was just announced as the Ferrari reserve driver. I'm like, he's going to be a busy guy. Scroll one. There's like a meme page, an F1 meme page that has Lewis in a Ferrari overalls. And I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, you always see weird stuff with those meme pages, right? Like they're always making stuff up. And then I scroll again and Sky Sports, a legitimate, like an ESPN of Europe kind of a thing, has this. And if you're on our YouTube, you're going to see their Instagram post that says Lewis Hamilton to join Ferrari from the 2025 season. And I scroll back and I scroll forward and I message Claire and I'm like, what is going on? But before I even message you, I laid there for a second. I was like, wait, it's February 1st. Wait, do we play? No, that's April. We do pranks on April Fool's Day. Like, what is happening? What is happening? What about Carlos? That was my other thing. Like,
when you messaged me, I had seen, because I'm 8 hours ahead of you, I had seen some memes in some of the fan groups that had talked about Hamilton going to Ferrari, but they were all fan groups, and I hadn't seen the Sky Sports one yet. I'm like, whatever, these people, I can't wait till the Diane gets up so she can see this kind of stuff. And about the time you said that, I was like, wait a minute, I saw the Sky Sports one too. I saw ESPN reporting it. I was like, wait a minute, F1's not saying anything, Ferrari's not saying anything.
Nope.
Mercedes
trying to comment.
None of those outlets, but to have Sky Sports, like you said, and even Sports Illustrated and just interesting with their news, them saying something, but an ESPN, I was like, wait a minute, this is crazy. Even Autosport, I mean, these are big names. Yes. They're fairly reputable that are talking about this, that it's all but signed. And even Sky Sports, their last update 4 hours ago, said the announcement's coming out later Thursday, the official announcement.
And we were just talking later Thursday. It is later Thursday in Europe. Like it's
almost 4:00. It's almost 4. Well, it's almost 4:00 in Germany, so it's almost 3:00 in England. So what if they'll do it at the end of the day in England?
Now, one of the I had so many questions when I first saw this, so many things going through my mind. One of those things, besides what about Carlos, I'm just going to keep saying it. Like, what about Carlos? One of the things, though, was I do believe that Lewis in the past has said he would like to drive for Ferrari. I think that he wants to drive for Ferrari before he ends his career. And if he joins the team in 2025, is that going to be his final season or heading into his final seasons? Like, is this also Lewis is like, okay, I know my time is coming up. You know, what?
I wonder. And then, like you said, the thing that's really interesting too is that image from Sky Sports says from 2025, right? 2025. Yeah. From 2025. But Lewis just signed a 2-year deal for 2024 and 2025 with Mercedes. So is he going to get out of it and go early? And I can't recall what Sainz's was, but
Sainz is up this year. He's one of like more than half the grid is up this year. Charles just resigned, so he's good. Lando, he was good through 2025, but they've extended his. But more than half the grid, their contracts are up. So I was already like, okay, what's Carlos going to do? We talked about this last year's like, he might go to Sauber, but then we've heard about Nico, and I think Valtteri has also been mentioned with Sauber. What's Sainz going to do for 2025? But you're right. If Lewis signed for 2024 and 2025 with Mercedes, there must have been some sort of a clause. My other thought is, if we are announcing that now, how awkward is that going to be for the rest of the season at Mercedes and at Ferrari? Sainz has already has to fight. And when they re-sign Charles, clearly he's their main driver. He has to, I think, fight for, position on the track, but that's going to be so awkward at Mercedes. So awkward.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And even for like I said, Lewis at Mercedes, Sainz, oh my gosh, it's going to be crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Mm-mm. And it's also being reported that when Lewis joins Ferrari, that his engineer, Peter Bonington, is also going with him. So he's going to take his engineer with him to Ferrari. Crazy. I mean, probably good, because I don't think the Ferrari engineers are all that wonderful, Javi. But that is crazy too, because you're taking an engineer. Then, and I don't know how accurate this is because I don't know what Gazzetta is, but they're reporting that the deal hasn't signed off completely. They're saying that the 2025 contract is sealed. Talks persist for 2024, where reports are suggesting that Hamilton may leave Mercedes this year and join Ferrari this year.
Yeah, and I'm just reading an article right now on Sky, news.sky, and it says Hamilton was linked to Ferrari 2024, but he signed the 2-year contract worth 100 million pounds last summer to stay till the end of 2025. But as part of the deal, it is understood the 7-time world champion is eligible to leave Mercedes at the end of the year.
Okay, so maybe he would not go in 2024, but again, it's going to be an awkward year. And now Sainz's team has got to work double time to start. This isn't supposed to be silly season. You know what I mean? We haven't even had the first launch. The first launch is tomorrow. Preseason testing, there's some racing or some testing, I guess, driving going on in Bahrain, but not preseason testing. We haven't even hit that. And now we've already got Lando has extended his contract. So Red Bull, they're out of that picture. When that was announced, all I could picture was Christian Horner punching the air. Then you got Charles has signed. So, okay, that part of silly season. We don't have to worry about where Charles is going to go. Now we've got this. So Carlos and his team need to be working overtime, because he's definitely does not sound like he's going to have a contract extended.
No, and then of course we had the news earlier too about was it a day or so ago where they talked about how they weren't going to allow the one team to buy in too. So
that was yesterday. So that was finishing up sort of the Lewis Hamilton thing. Ferrari stock this morning, well, for me it's morning, for you guys it's afternoon, is up 7% after this non-confirmed announcement today. People, Ferrari stock up 7%, and both Mercedes and Ferrari have declined to comment at this point. But I think it makes sense, like you were saying, that an announcement will come this afternoon, because this is all anybody is talking about. And it's all they're going to want to talk about. And we've got launches coming up. We have got to make this announcement. But now poor Carlos. Listen, that launch is going to be awkward as hell. If this is announced today, come on. What? That is
it's crazy.
So crazy.
It's absolutely crazy.
Like you were saying, this year, we just finished 1 month. And already we've had McLaren releasing their livery early, just hard launching it before Like, that was crazy. Günther was fired from
Which
Haas.
that was, I did not expect that.
No, I'm still not over it.
Especially for them going into it, going, and we know our car is crap. You know your car is crap.
Yeah, you know you haven't spent up to your cost limit. We know that Gene is not putting the money in that they need. They tried to redo their car last year and it went backwards at Austin. Like they had to start all over. And then you let Günther go, the person who secured, who launched Haas. It was all his doing and his connections that really got that to happen. And he secured MoneyGram last year. That was all him. If they're not signing on because your car is amazing, they've already said, like you just said, their car, don't expect a lot from it, especially at the beginning of this year. They don't have the money. They don't have the engineering. It's going to be at the back of the pack again. So I'm still not over Günther being fired. And then, like you just said, yesterday, they announced that Andretti joining in 2025 or 2026 has been denied because, according to F1, Andretti does not bring any value to Formula One. Craziness. But reconsider it for like 2026 or 2028. I don't know if they use a GM motor. This morning, the other thing that came out is the FIA posted I should read it because it's like, what? It doesn't even make, it's just words. It's words. Hang on. They posted
words.
It is. It's a word. What do they call that? Word salad or something? This is what it says. The FIA notes the announcement from Formula One management in relation to the FIA Formula One World Championship team's expressions of interest process. We are engaging in dialogue to determine next steps. Okay, words, what? I don't. But basically what that breaks down to is I don't think the FIA is happy that F1 declined Andretti. And I think they want to have a little conversation about that. And then we still haven't dealt with the whole like Susie and Total Wolf thing. Like all of that came out in September.
Sky Sports is sitting outside the Mercedes camp in UK, and they're reporting right now that Mercedes employees in Brackley have been told that Lewis Hamilton will be leaving at the end of the 2024 season.
Oh,
and they're showing employees sitting outside. They're filming outside, and it just got posted on Twitter at 7 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh!
I just got chills. Oh my gosh! Yeah, I can keep refreshing. That's why I keep looking over here on my other screen. I keep refreshing that while we're recording. Could we get anything new? And yeah, that's what they're reporting is that they're just posting that in Brackley right now. And she's standing right outside the she's on their campus.
Oh, what? I can't believe we're going to Monza this year. Now we almost have to go to Monza next year. Lewis and Charles, like what?
Oh my gosh.
What? This is insane.
I can't believe it's true. I can't believe it's like, oh my gosh.
I mean, how did it? Well, I mean, I feel like there's been rumors, but still, what is happening? I'm not going to get much work done today, and I've got a lot to do. But this is not going to be a very productive day. I'm going to have to work extra tomorrow. What in the world?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Then someone else posted a response with showing Alonso and Max together going, make it happen.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Oh my God. And then I want to know, like, how much is Ferrari paying him? They've given Charles, they've never said how long his extension was. But how much is Ferrari paying Lewis to come to their team?
We just showed it. Mercedes just posted 3 hours ago. On their Twitter is Hamilton walking away with his hand tapping the Mercedes logo from their facility. That's on their Twitter with like a peace dove sign, kind of like peace out.
What?
Oh my gosh.
That's a Easter egg. Oh my goodness. That's a little like They know what's coming.
I'm
And
sure
then somebody else said that. So Ferrari signed a new sponsorship deal with a beer company. I don't know what it is. And in the still of it was a video of Charles and Carlos, but I guess in a still there was a little red Ferrari and it had the number 44 on it, which for that version of the little old Ferrari, they raced number 44. But also, was that a little hint of what was to come? I can't believe it.
Oh, that's an unofficial fan account, but they've got a blue check mark. They've been validated, and they're also reporting that
You can buy validations.
True, yeah, but they're also reporting the same thing that Sky Sports did about the thing that just happened, the account, the meeting.
Oh my gosh. I'm like just blown away. I am just blown away. Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari. He's been with Mercedes forever. And also, like, that takes some guts because Ferrari strategy, the cars haven't been great for a minute. And I know there's a lot of hype around this year, but yikes, Lewis. What?
This is just so much. This is so much. It's so much speculation. They need to get something out because it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So welcome to 2024. Holy cow. What a way to kick it off.
Insane.
Absolutely. The stuff that's happened between and oh wow.
Yeah. This is nuts. And then tomorrow we've got the Haas launch. Who cares, the Haas launch? But all the cars start launching. We've got 2 on Monday. Like, this is happening. We knew that it was going to be a crazy year with all the drivers' contracts that were expiring. But to start off, like, I'm just going to go back to the beginning of December when we were in Italy and all that stuff started hitting with Susie Wolf and Toto Wolff. Now, 1 month in, and holy moly, we haven't even started racing. And this is 24 races this year. Like, what?
It's going to be, it's just going to be insane. Absolutely insane.
It's going to be a year, to say the least. Like, I can't even with this right now. I'm going to be glued to the news.
Well, and as you know, I was supposed to be flying back to the States today, so my day cleared up, and now I'm doing catch-up work. So, yeah, it's going to be even harder for me to there's this strike in Germany, so no flights. But
yeah, if you were on a flight, I would be dying right now because I'd be like, I've got to speak with her. What is happening? Get off the damn plane. Oh, I'm so thankful. Oh, the world moves in mysterious ways, but you were not meant to fly because all of this was going to go down.
Because the crazy news. Well, so, I mean, and then we're recording on a Thursday. And we're doing a preseason kind of a special.
We're just going to pop this up on the podcast. Surprise. Yeah. I have no words.
Everybody.
I have no words. Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari. And now
we're going to Monza. We're also going to Barcelona this year. Oh, and the second to last year, there can be a Barcelona race.
Right. That was the other thing. That's true. People are not happy about another street circuit. That's for sure.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I mean, Barcelona is such a cool place and so classic. And what I liked about it, and you've experienced it, is it seems like a great track and close enough that it's easier for people to come and visit. Because it's not too far away from the town and Barcelona is such a beautiful city and there's so much to offer there. It just. Yeah, I'm a little sad.
I'm a little bummed about it too. Barcelona has such a history, but I feel like even last year people were talking about like should it be on the calendar? Should it not? Like, it's not one of those races where you have a lot of, excitement, I think generally, but people really don't want another street circuit. But there was another one. Where did I see? Oh my God, what was it? There's another one that's making a comeback. And also in the US, F1 has registered Chicago Grand Prix, Chicago. I sent that to my cousin last week, and I was like, they could just be maybe picking up major cities that, they just don't want somebody else to register those names, or they might be looking at a fourth race in the United States at some point in the next few years. I was like, what in the world? That would also be a street circuit. NASCAR did a street race there last year. And so Chicago would be another street circuit, which people are not.
That would be interesting.
I would go to that one. That one.
Chicago would be fun. There's so much cool stuff in Chicago.
Yes, the food.
They're giving so many reasons to have to come back to the U.S.
There you go. I know. Who knows if I'll still be here or not? But still, I think I would try to go with that. But yeah. Anyways, oh my gosh. Well, I mean, you won't. Well, I guess we'll post this now, right?
Yeah, we'll go push this out now and
keep it. I was going to say, keep an eye on our social media because I'm learning Italian, so I had to put my phone in Italian, and I don't know what some of it says. So keep an eye on our social media because I will be keeping an eye on what is happening, and we will repost or post updates.
Yeah, and we're starting this year out. Diane and I had a lot of fun last year, and just while you're doing it, throw some ideas of what you want us to do this year because we're still just kind of toying around what to do as She Loves the Grid, and we're going to do some more education and whatnot. So just let us know. Might as well call to action and help us out with while you're seeing this. It's silly season silliness.
Nuts. Oh my God! What about Carlos? Sorry.
Carlos. And then with all that, who's going to go to Mercedes?
Carlos. That's the thing though, is there's going to be so many drivers available that it could be anybody. It could be anybody. You'll have an opening at Red Bull most likely because, most likely it's not, Sergio won't be staying there. There will be an opening at Mercedes. Like people could go anywhere and we could have a whole bunch of new people coming in. There's some really good drivers in F2, maybe even F3, that are knocking on the door. Ollie Behrman, pretty much people are guessing he's going to be a rookie at Haas next year. I really don't want him to go to Haas though. I really don't. I feel like that's going to mess everything up and I don't want that to happen. But he could be coming in a new rookie. There's a lot happening. Aye.
Let's see. It is crazy.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, we'll sign off for now. Maybe we will. We'll try to do something tomorrow with Haas, but we'll probably just post that to social media. We'll just go from there.
See what happens. Stay tuned on top of it. Let's see what happens. And thanks for turning in for our first unexpected recording of the season.
Yeah, mind blowing. Okay, goodbye.
Bye. And a review. To stay up to date with She Loves the Grid and get all the behind the scenes content, you can follow us on Instagram at She Loves the Grid and on Facebook at facebook.com/She Loves the Grid. Thank you for joining us for the ride this week.